Alright, we're entering into the second set on Naro Station. Spawning in the bottom left-hand position is the green Zerg from KT Rolster. The practice house spawned. Well, his name is hitmaN.
His opponent spawns in the top right position playing for STX, so his name is Innovation, spawning as Red Terran.
Indeed, Innovation secured his win on this map yesterday against Crazy, doing a very good job building a single siege tank, and that tank really was the kind of the hero throughout the game. As long as Innovation kept that siege tank alive, the Crazy all-in aggression from Crazy was thwarted.
Yeah, in fact, the building positioning actually worked out for Innovation as he put the siege tank behind the buildings, and the Hellions and the Marines were covering the siege tank completely to a point where Crazy, he wanted to go for a drop on top of the siege tank, except it never worked out. So now let's see what hitmaN prepared for today. Is he going to go for a regular build, or is he going to try to go for a catered build against Innovation?
My money is on the catered build.
Same here.
I mean, I would bet on that. I would put money down that hitmaN is going to go for something crazy here against Innovation. The thing is, when you become like a ridiculously good player like Innovation, everyone just starts chasing you because they know they can't win in a straight-up game. That happened a lot towards the end of Brood War with Flash's career. Actually, there were so many players that started to cheese him because they were afraid of the straight-up games. They tried to out-mind game him, you know, beat him in other ways other than straight-up mechanics because they knew that it just wouldn't happen. You know,
this doesn't really happen. You know, this happened throughout the whole history of StarCraft, where if someone's too strong, then you want to take him out using the cheeses, or if your opponent's like, you know, if you can take him out with the cheese or really aggressive play, why not go for it? It's a free win, and on paper it doesn't say he won with this build, it says he won the game.
Yeah, it's just a win's a win. Now the thing is, you can become predictable if you always cheese or something like that. And also, from the Innovation side, he knows most people nowadays are going to cheese him, so he has slightly adjusted his builds to, you know, kind of prepare for that. And look at this, we see that Innovation, he's not going for the CC first, he's going for a Reaper expand opening. And you know what, I think that he's a little bit afraid that there may be some type of early aggression, or maybe like a 10 pool, or maybe even a 6 pool coming from hitmaN, because he actually did do that in the past against Terran players.
Yeah, and this is actually a fantastic build by Innovation, just trying to play a little bit safe, but he's not going to play too safe either by going for, like you said, Reaper expand, going for the double Reaper, and taking a command center as soon as he has the minerals to do so.
Yeah, he'll be sending his SCV down there to build the command center just in a second here. Alright, Reaper moving across the map. Gonna scout the natural. There goes the command center, of course, for Innovation.
Yeah, so like you said, Innovation just changing its build a little bit yesterday, and this also comes from yesterday's game when his opponent went for a really aggressive build. hitmaN doing a nice job sending a herd drone to the extractor, building it, but is he gonna lose one drone? Yes, Innovation does take one out, however, he is low on HP, and the Zerglings are gonna try to eat away on the Reaper.
Yeah, he needs to send that Reaper away, let it regenerate a little bit. The second Reaper going to town on the destructible rocks over here, the debris. And that's going to allow Innovation to kind of wall off that natural a little bit more efficiently.
So the question is, hitmaN, if he prepares something, he should go for it, and he should have the confidence to do so. The other key point is, he needs to make sure the Reapers do not get a full scout inside the main base once he starts to go down the tech paths that he wants to.
Alright, looks like Innovation going down the Reactor Hellion route. Of course, the standard follow-up whenever you expand as Terran. Getting a pretty fast third command center as well.
You know what, Innovation knows he can get away with it. He sees a gas timing normal from his opponent right now, going around the 34-35 supply. He sees a double hatchery. He doesn't see any extra tech around the base. He doesn't see a fast third base or any hidden tech, so why not go for a third command center? And even if the attack comes, he's going to have enough units back at the main base to defend against the pressure.
Yep, this time around, Innovation's not going to go and grab the siege tank, straight into the Hellion production. So a little bit concerned if there was a timing attack from his opponent, but he showcased that build yesterday, so you know, you can safely assume that hitmaN's going to expect an early siege tank from his opponent this game on this map. Even if it doesn't come, it's still like the threat of that is there and in the back of hitmaN's head. And it looks like he wants to go into more of a macro game here. He is grabbing the third expansion. I mean, he's been drawing up pretty heavily as well in this situation. He's already got his gas, not going for a Roach 1 or anything like that.
So it seems So going for a macro game, I'm a little bit surprised that hitmaN is not going for it, but why not? Innovation is expecting a really heavy aggressive play from hitmaN, and hitmaN saying, you know what, I want you to stay a little bit more defensive because I'm going to play a macro game and I'm going to play against your mindset.
Alright, this is generally what happens when you go for the Reaper opening. You poke in with the Hellions and the Reapers. They can actually do a lot of damage if you're not completely prepared for it. They can pick off those Queens eventually here. There's actually no stack defense, not a lot of Zerglings here. 10 just popped out here, but the Hellions and Reapers in this position can easily pick off a lot of those Zerglings here. Innovation Man of actually doing a good amount of damage here. 2 additional Hellions going to join the fight. As long as the control is good from Innovation, he can potentially pick off a few of these Queens here. Extra Zerglings already in production. One of the Hellions, is it going to end up falling here? No, it looks like it doesn't, and Innovation being incredibly cost efficient with this army. Another Queen ends up going down, and all of a sudden, the drones, they're going to go under fire here. It looks like hitmaN caught a little bit off guard.
The choke that he used to prevent the Hellions from getting inside the main base actually worked out for Innovation, as the Zerglings could not get a full surround on the Reapers and the Hellions. And look at this, 20 Zerglings are out, but those 3 Hellions are just eating away on the Zerglings. Being really cost efficient right now, killing a lot of drones, and the Widowmines are also marching down on the map, but those are going to get caught off guard. Never mind, they're going to plant in the middle of the map.
One of them does get picked off, and the other one not being too cost efficient. A single lone Hellion left does pick off the Zergling. We already have 20 Lings in production continuously from our KT player hitmaN. He's getting the 1-1, going for his lair and Baneling Nest. You know, it's actually possible we could just see a very large Zergling Baneling bust. You can still do that when it comes to the 3 bases, and he isn't really saturating that base as well. He's just continuing to build Lings, so it looks like this is going to be a strategy.
We see 17 Banelings being morphed in right now. Innovation, does he know about this? He does have the 2 Widowmines in position, but if hitmaN just moves in few Zerglings at a time, he should know that the Widowmines are in position going for the attack. Innovation sees there's those drones at the third base.
He's got to know now. He knows that there's something up. And hitmaN is going to send in a few Zerglings to kind of activate those Widowmines earlier on in the match here. And this is where is the Siege Tank? Oh!
On game net! What are you doing?
All right. Oh, the Widowmines is not really being too effective here. We already have Innovation starting to split up here, but the Banelings moving forward. There's still a good amount of them alive. Innovation, if he can finish these bunkers here, he should be able to potentially hold. The Banelings connecting with the SCVs, forcing a lift at the natural as well. Behind this hitmaN, he's up 1-1. Upgrades are about to complete. Getting the centrifugal hook upgrade for the Banelings as well. Forcing the Spire behind this, continuing the drone up. This attack wasn't indeed all in, but it certainly did a good amount of damage here.
Yeah, and what he needs to do is drone up heavily behind this. He knows that his opponent, Innovation, cannot easily move down on the map with the units that he has. He already has a worker advantage. He should just carry it throughout the whole game. 50 workers to 38. The Widowmines are in position, so these Lings are stuck inside the main base, but he's just doing a nice job buying enough time to make sure that Innovation has a hard time retaking the natural.
Nice Widowmine hit from that last Widowmine. Almost got picked off, though, by the Overseer there, along with the Lings. Innovation attempting to secure his 3rd expansion. He is behind on workers, but he's just got this random alien back here just chilling. I don't think Innovation actually expected that to be alive at this point.
Well, I don't think hitmaN actually knows about the Hellion inside the main base, too.
Yeah. Gets a few Lings there. Overseer should help spot that picked off. This Hellion here, I guess the Observer is just really waiting for Innovation to realize that, oh, I got a Hellion just chilling in my opponent's base there.
So now, hitmaN did a pretty good job taking out a lot of SCVs at the natural and delaying the mining time. Just bought him enough time to drone up heavily behind it. And now the worker count is 56 to 44. But how does hitmaN carry on the advantage from this point?
Well, he's already got pretty good upgrades. So, I know that's the balls in his court when it comes to that. Innovation. Uh-oh, actually, the Zergling over here, is it going to get picked off?
Maybe not.
Well, these Marines are eventually going to help. Okay, never mind. The SCVs just drill it to death with their drilling claws. All right, 7 mutas are now out on the map, up to 8, maybe a few more on the way. Innovation, I don't think he really has any turrets to deal with this. He's got the Marine count and a few medevacs out, which are going to be certainly nice in this situation. But he is going to see a single muta over here. Actually, what is hitmaN doing with the single mutalisk in the middle of the map?
That's what. I think that was a misrally in the middle of the map, or one of the mutas got built so much quicker. We see the turret go down inside the main base, and yes, the Zerglings finally take out the Hellions inside the main base.
Yep, alright, Innovation grabbing a bunker and a turret at the natural. These mutas actually doing a good job focus firing on the refinery. At the natural, there's nothing that Innovation can really do about that unless he brings some of his forces back.
Yeah, and hitmaN's doing a really good job just trying to make sure his opponent stays inside the main base and does not go for medivac drop, something that Innovation can certainly do and finish off his opponent. Remember, Innovation, he's a fantastic Terran player. He could go for the multiple attacks, multiple drops, and that's something that hitmaN does not want to see.
Alright, the 2-2 is just completed, though, for hitmaN. That's going to help him out a lot in any type of engagement here. The +1 flyer attack about to complete. The meter count continuing the rise here with 3 more in production. The 2-2 for Innovation is still a whiles away as well. And that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for him to deal with the aggression that we're going to most likely see pretty soon from hitmaN.
Yeah, in fact, Innovation can do only one of two things right now. One, push out with every single one of his army and make sure the mutas actually engage into the Marines and Widow Mines. Or two, just sit back, use the turrets, use the Marines to defend against the attack.
Alright, Widow Mines burrowing, getting in position, unburrowing almost immediately afterward. It looks like Innovation wants to deny the 4th base. No, he's going to move back. Maybe afraid of a counterattack, actually. Yeah, the mutas.
This is a little bit tricky because now the muta count is really high. We have 5 more mutas out on the way. So if Innovation can erase all of these mutas, it's going to be fantastic. But no, it seems like he micros against the Widow Mines perfectly as he takes out 3 Widow Mines. He does lose a couple of mutas, but doesn't matter as you have 3 more mutas out on the way.
Alright, looks like we have the Tunneling Claws upgrade for the Widow Mines. And the 2-2 about to complete for Innovation. This is going to be a really nice point for him. If he can manage to get to the 3-3 and still be in a decent position in the game, he's going to be able to go on the offensive. Ooh, the drop is spotted, but does hitmaN realize it? We have Innovation getting ready to attack in 2 places. The mutas attacking head-on into the Marines. Not what you want to do in this situation. They are forced back, and they're going to eventually have to deal with the double drops that are going to come from Innovation. Yeah,
well, he did spot the medivac earlier in the game, and it seems like he's going to spot it at the last second, and the medivac is going to get taken out easily. However, this puts Innovation in a nice position to take out the 4th base.
Yeah, all of oh, hold on. We do have the Banelings coming through here. It's almost pure Baneling. Widow Mine shots are solid. They get some of the Banelings, but there's still a pretty strong amount of them here. And it looks like he just wants to roll over the Terran army with his units here. Innovation, though, look at the splits. Look at the micro from them. Quite excellent trading. Very cost efficiently with the Banelings. Even if this force is taken out, the medivacs, they're going to be able to just jet out of there. And with the additional production from Innovation behind this, he should be able to defend against the counter from hitmaN.
The problem is he's losing the medivacs in the middle of the map. The Marines need to arrive to make sure the medivacs do not get taken out. Because yesterday when we saw Haiba versus Flash, Haiba was able to be in a comfortable position after he took out every single medivac from Flash.
Indeed, the 3-3 now starting for Innovation. He's also getting the +1 armor for the Widow Mines. 32 Banelings in production.
Yes.
This is such a ridiculously just heavy mid-tier army from hitmaN, but hold on a second, we have Innovation moving towards the 4th base. The Zerglings are moving forward. The Widow Mine hits are pretty good, but they're actually damaging some of his units as well. Once again, the ground army is pretty much just destroyed there, and ooh, the Widow Mine hit, it can be good, gets a good amount of the mutas as well. The Marines are going to be able to just kind of chomp down some of the mutas as well, reducing that count down to 13 mutas, 26 Banelings, 16 Lings. And on Innovation side, he only has a handful of Marines and medivacs with some Widow Mines.
The problem for hitmaN right now is he's doing a fantastic job defending against the attack, but at some point in the game, Innovation is going to have too many Marines, too many Widow Mines to deal with, using only mutas, Zerglings, and Banelings. So he needs to start doing a tech switch, or he needs to finish the game before Innovation gets a critical amount of army out.
The trick for hitmaN is he needs to get to that hive tech, so he can get the cost-efficient units, the Ultras, the Infestors. Without those, you know, when the 3-3 hits, the Terran player, as long as the splits are really good, as long as he just has those additional expansions, eventually he can run the Zerg player dry.
Yeah, and the other problem is if hitmaN tries to go for the tech switch, his opponent Innovation, he's going to have a lot of Marines, Widow Mines, and a drop inside the main base to kill his opponent before the complete tech switch happens.
Look at this, Innovation doing a pretty solid drop in the main base of hitmaN. The mutas are going to clean that up, but still, I love the constant aggression from Innovation's side.
Yes.
He was kind of far behind, but he's managed to even this game up quite well. And the 3-3, it's about to complete here. The Widow Mines, will they be able to connect with some of the mutas here? It looks like they're just mainly going on Zerglings, but the additional Marine reinforcements, as long as they split properly against the Banelings, can we see Innovation do it? Or will hitmaN be able to defend? It looks like there's just way too much Zerg on the map. Innovation forced the retreat. The 3-3 is so close to completing. He needs that if he wants to fight the Zerg army head on.
Yeah, in fact, those Marines need to run back home. The Widow Mines need to plant, but the Mailings are rolling across, but there's too many Widow Mines for hitmaN to engage in the middle of the map. And usually when we see the Zerglings, Mailings, Mutas working out this perfectly, the players, they just buy enough time to get the high-tech units out, but it seems like hitmaN, he wants to stick to the Zergling, Bailing, Muta composition, going for the +2 air upgrades.
Yeah, really just wanting to stick on that tech. Even Innovation scanning his opponent's base, being like, wait, you're still on layer tech, my 3-3's done. Sup, man? And the Marines moving in here. The Muta's actually doing a decent amount of damage, but some of them are getting picked off. The Mutas, the Banelings are going to roll over towards that additional expansion, but Innovation says, wait, don't go in there, man. I got a huge army just waiting for you if you want to try to come up and attack my 4th expansion. So he backs off, and I think that we're going to see a lot more aggression from Innovation very soon. He's almost maxed out. The additional barracks here are going to get kind of picked off by the Mutas, or at least delayed for a little bit. Oh, the Widow Mine's getting picked off as well. Excellent play from hitmaN. Good control there as well, but oh, one amazing Widow Mine hit goes off. It's going to do a lot of damage. Innovation, he needs to split properly. The splits are good. The Widow Mines connect with the Banelings, and what an efficient cost trade for our Terran player.
I don't know how he was able to focus at the 6 o'clock position while also defending against the Mutas next to the factory and the barracks. The hive is just starting, but this is such a good position for Innovation to be in right now, because hitmaN, he had a long while, he had 10 minutes to transition into the infestation pit and go for the high, but he delayed it until 22 minutes, and this is the price that he has to play. He cannot defend against the multiple attacks. The Mutas are just dying in the middle of the map. He doesn't have the economy. Innovation can finish the game with pure Marines and micro.
Yeah, I've noticed he didn't build any Marauders this game. He just said, you know what, I'm just going to only make Marines and focus on using my micro. Blasting out of there with the medevac, keeping the Marines alive. Innovation has taken complete control and dominance over the match at this point. There's just even dropping a lot of mules at that additional 4th base as well. It looks like the attention from hitmaN has been split in too many different directions. This is the strength of Terran, forcing your opponent to focus on too many things at once. They're going to eventually make mistakes if they have to deal with multiple drops, multiple attacks on different fronts. It's just too much for the Zerg player to handle.
And this is a weakness for the Zerg player. Yes, the Lair Army tech is fantastic for the Zerg player using the Zerglings, Banelings, and the Mutas, but at some point in the game, the Marines are just going to eat away on those units. You need the Ultras, you need the Bumbo to deal against the Bio Army from the Terran player. As we see hitmaN, he has a lot of units out, but it's not trading cost efficiently as Innovation takes over this area, and he can take out the 4th base easily.
The Banelings on creep are faster than the Marines, but it looks like Innovation continues to micro back efficiently. Look at the medevac count there. Ridiculous amount of medevacs in this army. Every Marine gets its own personal healer. Nice Baneling hits go off, though those medevacs are going to be forced to boost out of there. We need to see hitmaN kill off some of these medevacs if he wants to, kind of crawl back into this game. But never mind, that's not going to happen. GG is called. hitmaN falls the Innovation despite an early lead. What incredible just multitasking and constant attacks from Innovation. Once that 3-3 finished, it just felt like hitmaN, he was at a loss for words.
Yeah, Innovation did a good job pressuring his opponent, and because of that, hitmaN, he was producing a lot of layer units. He was sticking to that composition, except he needed the Fungos, he needed the Ultras, he needed high-tech for the +3/+3, except we didn't see any of those come out from hitmaN.
Yep, so now the score is 1-1, evened out between the two teams here, KT Rolster and STX Seoul. We have to go into a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. When we get back, we're going to have Set 3, Myung-Sik versus Trap at PvP on New Fighting Spirit.